Three, two, one. This is Angela with notes on the news feed. The channel is Be Fabulous You. Notes on the news feed is my segment where I share with you headlines from the news feed that I've selected. Peace, Rottweiler. I select headlines from the news feed. What? Where I select headlines from my news feed and share with you thoughts, ideas, and perspective, or we share thoughts and ideas and perspective about those headlines. But it is not designed to be an in-depth analysis of any particular story or of all of the stories. It's designed to be a survey of what's going on in the world in an attempt to like kind of try to make sense of it for us as Black people. So the song is Black by ASAP Ferg and Buddy. No, I'm not out riding around. I was about to go on the air and somebody, hey, Yapo, and somebody walked in the house and she like, my dog just died. And it's like, I can't, be like, well, get out the house. I'm about to go on my live. So we had to go to Plan B. So, oh, it just got disconnected. I didn't do that. Okay, I didn't know. I didn't, because it was so much going on. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. So the song is, he doesn't say, or they, I don't know who's talking, black, blackity black. They say black on black on black. Now, I looked at the video once. I thought the imagery was interesting. I think that they're young and immature in their consciousness. I don't know what they're trying to do, but some of the lyrics sounded like they were sort of kind of progressive. So I'm still here for black on black. And I had also put up the lyrics somewhere. I don't know what I did with them, but yeah, let me see if I can find. So yeah, I think that might be my new pieces. Sorry about that. That might be my new my new thing. So Habaragani. Yesterday was Kuji Chagalia. So today is, right? Oh, you don't, me either. Hold on, let me check. Put it in the comments if you know while I check. Yeah, that's Miss Bella. I used to always do all of my stuff in the car, and she come and she sit on my lap. Sometimes she stand with her whole body like in my face. A mess. Bella's a mess. So Habaragani. And yep, that lady's dog who just died. I love big dogs like Rottweilers. Hey, Rowdy Chica, what's up? Thank you, brother Yapo and sister Chica, Hermana Chica, for your service. Yeah, I've been around bouviers. I had some, they were mixes of Akita and Bull Mastiff mix. These already be fresh. The other one was not people oriented at all. Impu, that was the boy dog, and then Dana was the girl dog. Dana was the white dog I was telling you about the other day. And Dana, like Impu, if Dana left, he was just so sad. Dana didn't give a care about no Impu, not like that. She was cool to roll out. They like if they got loose, you find them on people's porches. Impu would have some dog, by the neck, and Dana would be eating his food. They were just rude dogs. Rude. Terrible. They were sweet dogs, though, like when you knew them. But, yeah, but you can't, I can handle her. I heard a story of a woman, like an in-law cousin who had a Rottweiler who she had grown up from a baby, and that dog turned around and bit her in the face. I feel like if I got to fight with the dog, I don't want to be fighting with no big dog. I'm not saying you're going to have to fight, but just, on the off chance that something go wrong, because they are animals. So, I don't, you could probably fight with a big dog if it came down to it. Yeah, if I had to, I guess I would. So, Habaragani. And today it is Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Collective work and responsibility. Collective work and responsibility. Okay, let's see if they have anything else to say about. To build and maintain our community together and to make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems and solve them together. to build and maintain our community together and make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems and to solve them together. Somebody said I look like this woman who has a YouTube presence, and I was watching her video. I had showed my mother the picture. My mother like, y'all don't really look like, she dark skinned and she have glasses, but y'all don't really look alike. But then I was watching her video today, and she is very animated in a different kind of way than I'm animated, but she's kind of, I could kind of see where you might feel like a similar vibration. I think she's probably a little younger than me, like in terms of how she's talking and how she carries herself, but I'm not really sure because, you know, I got aunties who are wilder and crazier than me, so I don't know. So Ujima, Ujima, collective work and responsibility. So what you building today? What's the build today? Was somebody saying that on the build is good? I'm like, what is this expression? Y'all just stay coming up with stuff. What we building today? What we maintaining today? Who got problems? Anybody need some extra problems? Because your brothers and sisters out here, they got problems. We supposed to make them our problems. All right, let's see what the Buddha is saying. Let us see, let us see, let us see, let us see. Those, peace, the underrated darkness. Hello, handy fan with? Handy fan. Is it like with a handy fan? Are you in Detroit? Are you a nail tech? Ride off. Take us on a tour. Eyes on the road. I was watching one video and I was parking. I'm like, oh, whipping around. I'm like, oh, Lord. During the video. Okay. Those who are devoted to the Dhamma, made known by the noble ones, are unsurpassed in speech, thought, and action. They are established in peace, gentleness, and concentration, and have reached the essence of learning and wisdom. Oh, that's beautiful. Those who are devoted to the Dhamma, made known by the noble ones. I think of the noble one as any great like teacher, not like just a great teacher, but like a great because it's not just the teaching, it's the practice, you know. So someone who has a great practice, because sometimes you can have a great practice and you don't know how to share it with others. You don't really know how to guide other people. You don't know how to support other people. It's like, hey, I just did what I did. Good luck, bro. And then sometimes, you know, you can talk a bunch of stuff, but you ain't doing skit. So it's sort of like, to me, the noble ones are the ones who can talk the talk and walk the walk. And they have, you know, they doing something. So devoted to the Dhamma, as in truth, as in beauty, as in, you know, understanding the God within and, you know, throughout. Are unsurpassed in speech, thought, and action. They are established in peace, gentleness, and concentration. Ooh, and have reached the essence of learning and wisdom. Now that's something, because you know, with concentration, that's how you get stuff done. You love a person who gets stuff done. You have to admire a person who gets stuff done. A lot of times you have a lot of ideas. I want to do this, I want to do, oh, that's a good idea. But you have to have the concentration to actually produce, to be productive. Oh, I love folks. I'm a lover. I don't know if I'm a fighter, but I'm definitely a lover. I like people. I like people. So it's nice to be like. Is we live? Why we keep cutting off? Ooh wee. Maybe I'll move over here. Is it the nakedness? Let me cover myself up. Thank you. Okay, let me see what I'm going to do. And then I noticed I was watching that young woman and people were complimenting her. And it's like, I don't know if I'm like necessarily, oh, I know what, I don't know if that made it better or worse. Okay, so that's the Dhamma. Let's see what's up with the news. So y'all all heard about the children getting killed in school, or the people getting killed in school, another school shooting this morning, right? And y'all heard transition on it. Peace and love, Water Sniper, Roller, RDB Fresh, conscious of genocide. Somebody called conscious genocide the other day. I was like, dang, that's deep. Like, that was deep to me. That was deep. Did you notice that? Did you hear that? Did that freak you out, or what did you think of that? That man do good work. All right. Yeah, somebody said conscious genocide. I was like, dang. Dang. Santa Fe students, that's where the shooting just happened, participated in the Never Again walkout just weeks before the Santa Fe school shooting. Is just weeks before the shooting that just happened now. So they just participated in a march saying, never again, never again. We not gonna have no more, never again. Then boom, here it is again. And I saw a little girl. Now I don't know, maybe I haven't seen the the fresh footage from when it first happens, but I saw a little white she probably 50, I guess teenagers. I saw her crying. She's like, I'm scared to go to school. I don't know why this happened. I'm supposed to feel safe. And it was kind of sad to me, because I don't know. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them because, their parents ain't doing stuff, we hear, sister, I can't explain it. Because their parents aren't doing anything, or you feel like, I would feel like, just kind of abandoned. And I feel like, as Black people, I think a lot of times we feel abandoned. Um, so I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know if it's good to share it with the rest of the world or not, but now you know how we feel. That don't make me feel better, but I could relate to that feeling of like helplessness and just vulnerability. Like any old thing could go down and don't nobody care, ain't nobody gonna do nothing. That's deep. Man in Trump hat prompts confusion by showing up near scene of Texas school shooting with gun and American flag. They didn't know if he was there to shoot the children, help the children. They didn't know what was going on. Cuba plane, Boeing 737 crashes near Havana airport. So I don't know. Again, I just, from the headlines, I couldn't see where anybody had any fatalities or anything. Orange Crush 45. The plane was carrying 104 passengers. It came down shortly after takeoff. Prensa Latina News Agency said. I never even heard of Prensa Latina News Agency. The airliner has been leased by state airline Cubana de Aviación. De Aviación. That's like aviation. From the Mexican company Damoj, Cuba's director of air transport said. It was an internal flight from the Cuban capital to Holguin in the east of the island, Holguin. Any white man in a MAGA hat is probably a terrorist also. Warm greetings, beautiful sister. Hey, Bonafide. Right. I feel like if he ain't coming there to terrorize them, he a terrorist. Probably he a terrorist. I feel like it ain't no probably about it. I know. Now I'm just hot. Did that make anything better for anybody? No. It came down on a highway. So it's not saying there's no report as to whether anyone so I'm assuming that no one was hurt, that the plane just came down. I wonder if it's hackable, like if they have the technology to be hacked, because in Cuba a lot of, like, I know a lot of their cars. Can y'all hear me over the power tool? Oh, a lot of their cars are old because they don't really get a lot of new technology, because there's been an embargo that I guess was placed just by the United States, but are other countries participating? Can they buy products from other countries? Do they have the resources to? So is the plane like an old plane that they've been repairing and repairing and repairing and repairing the way that you do cars? Is it a new plane that has the technology that can be hacked? Because a lot of planes have been going down that I think have been being hacked. So what's going on? Snoop Dogg says Kanye West not having a black wife is to blame for his antics. Now, I know a lot of foolish men who are married to black women. I mean, I'm just saying, fool, like men who get out here and behave foolish. I don't know if I think the color of your wife probably has something to do with it, but I think the quality of the people and women that you deal with probably has as much to do with it. And she doesn't, I don't know the woman, but she doesn't seem to be like a woman of substance. She, and certainly from his behavior, you don't get the impression that, behind every stop reading comments, keep going with the news, teach us. So I don't know. Well, not having a black wife. So I don't know if I don't even know what I was gonna say, but I do believe that the people you hang around, the people that you spend time around, whether it's reading, whether it's talk, the people that you spend time around can have an influence, and usually do have an influence, and are certainly a reflection of where you are in your consciousness and how you thinking and how you moving in the world. So you know Yeah, I don't know about, I don't even want to talk, and I didn't want to talk about him specifically, but just the idea of the importance of paying attention to who you're spending time with, whether you're married, whether you're dating, whether it's your friends, whether it's what books you're reading, whether it's what TV shows you're watching, whether it's what movies you're watching, who you listening to on the radio. We tend to reflect our circle and vice versa. It's like, yeah, it's all, that's like what the astrology teaches. It's like we reflections of each other. And like you start to see, what's really fascinating to me is when you see like when someone in the person's life, usually, often, some people say always, I don't always see it, but sometimes I can see the people in your life in your chart. And that's kind of deep to me. Like, it's like just you. It's like a personification of you just projected out into the earth. I mean, into the world, so you can interact and grow and develop. Sometimes it's hard to get everything you need just from yourself. So you project it out onto other people so you can help yourself to grow. So, defense contractors took an explosive drone on a Delta flight. Okay, so y'all ever been on an airplane? Did they check y'all bags? Did they send you personally through a X-ray machine and send your stuff through an X-ray machine? So it seemed like, how the person get on the plane with a drone, an explosive drone at that? I bet you it wasn't a black person. I don't know, but I bet you dollars to dimes. I'm gonna get that expression one time. I bet you it wasn't a black person. So they letting white people get on the plane with bombs on the plane, on the airplane. That's already like a delicately balanced environment. What the heck? What they out here doing? A defense contractor. So did they have some special clearance where, like how people who work for the airline? It wasn't a black person, and it certainly wasn't a Middle Easterner. People who work for the airline, they can have a thing where they can like go through security, like expedited security clearance or whatever. Like, yeah, I work for the airport, so just let me through. I ain't got nothing. I'm cool. So did the defense contractors have that? Aren't the defense contractors the mercenaries? They go over to other countries and get paid good money to jack people's lives up. That's who they are, right? Autonomous helicopter makes first operational delivery to Marines. Now, I never thought about drones. I don't know why in the context of these autonomous cars, but an autonomous helicopter is like a big autonomous drone, isn't it? I mean, like a big drone. Right, and if anything would have happened, he would have been a lone wolf. It's a whole bunch of these lone wolves out here, and wolves run in packs. I don't even understand the concept of calling somebody a lone wolf. I got a dog. She hang out with me like I'm her pack. They don't hang out alone. They hang out in packs. They hang out in groups. That's the nature of wolves and dogs. They ain't no daggone lone nothing. So anyway, I'm sort of like, now I'm like, all of these drones are out here flying. I guess a helicopter that's autonomous operated is just like a drone. So I might as well get over being stressed about these cars being out here driving around. Here comes security driving down the street. Vigilante white nationalists drove woman and her son off the road, terrorized them over mistaken identity. Now, this coming off of Atlanta Black Star. I don't know what the situation is, but I beg to differ. I don't think he terrorized them over mistaken identity. I think he terrorized him, or she, because he's a daggone terrorist, and that's his nature. He's a bully. We were having this whole conversation this morning about the calcified pineal gland. I still haven't done any research or reading about it, but are you born with your pineal gland uncalcified? Are you born with a calcified pineal gland or an uncalcified pineal gland? Does it depend on your color? Does one drop of black blood mean that your pineal gland is not calcified? Does it depend on your environment? Can your environment calcify your pineal gland? How does that work? I guess I'm like newly interested in the whole concept, because some people just seem like they not people, like something is wrong, like drastically wrong, like something that can't really be corrected by, just normal love, like human contact and, like normal stuff. It's like, it's something that's like, they too far gone. It seemed like it. I don't know. But, sometimes like when people have developmental disorders, people will be like, oh, well, there's nothing you could do for them. We are born with it. Most white people are not. We're born with an uncalcified pineal gland. So most white people are not, and maybe some black people are. And then I'm just endlessly fascinated because, like the story we read yesterday with OJ, however you pronounce his name, where I was all like, I gave him 40 hand claps, and then by the end of the story, I had to give him -4. Will we end off at 0.2? So it's like, I wonder if his pineal gland was calcified, I wonder if his pineal gland was calcified. He had a white father and a black mother. And then a lot of times when we talk about environmental factor, fluoridation of the water has been known to cause calcification. And then that's a huge thing, because they've been putting fluoride in our water for quite a while. I think they started back in the, hey girl, I think they started back in the 70s when they started putting fluoride in the water, because it was supposed to be good for your teeth. That was the propaganda. And who drink air? I mean, I try not to drink tap water. I don't hardly drink it, but I'm just saying, everybody drink tap water. So maybe everybody's pineal gland is calcified for the most part. Are you drinking conscious of genocide? Or what's going on? All right. So over mistaken identity, I don't think it's over mistaken. Did y'all see that? A leaf just fell in from outside. I guess I got to close my, started in the 1950s. Oh my God, I don't use toothpaste. Yeah, stay away from toothpaste, period. I gotta close the roof. A bird could have used the bathroom on me sitting here. I'm gonna turn the air on, I guess. So first of all, it's not mistaken identity. It's because he's a terrorist. He terrorized them because he's a terrorist. I feel bad for the woman and her son. I don't know how old her son was, but what an awful experience. And driving people off the road, like, you trying to drive, it's already dangerous enough just driving a car and trying to get from point A to point B. A car is like a lethal weapon. You can kill people with a car. You got to be, careful. And then to have somebody trying to drive you off the, run you off the road, like, that's a whole nother layer of stress that we don't need. That's cold. We can make our own toothpaste. It's actually very easy to make. Oh, I've never worked with activated charcoal. One time I got some activated charcoal to take out of the country, because people always say, when your stomach gets upset, use activated charcoal. My stomach never get upset. One time, coming back from India, I got sick on the plane. Almost the whole plane ride home, I was sick. And then by the time I got to Canada, I flew into Canada. By the time I got to Toronto, I was cool. But I just use baking soda and or hydrogen peroxide. Every once in a while, like if I'm traveling, sometimes I'll get like a little mini something from the health food store. It's this one brand I used to like a lot. Sometimes I'll throw some coconut oil in there. Sometimes I'll throw some mint essential oil, but it's got to be organic in there. I know there are all of these like official recipes, but I'm not really a recipe person. I just kind of, that's why I can't bake good. I just go with what I feel. Okay. Vigilante. All of Chile's 34 bishops offer resignation to Pope over sex abuse scandals. So I was kind of like, did all 34 bishops, were they all accused of child molestation and that's why they all resigned? Or was it a political statement? If all 34 popes, and I really feel like it makes you feel like the Catholic Church is some sort of child abuse ring. Like it seems like they have such, we talked about this before, but it's like, it seems like a disproportionately high number of oh thank you, and she's very sweet. She loves people who love her. She old enough now that she don't, you know, she, when she was little, she's like, do you like me, do you like me, do you like me, be my friend? And now she'd be like, you want to be my, oh, you cool, I'm cool too, I ain't gotta be your friend because I got plenty of friends. And she does. I'll come in the house and she know people I don't even know. That just trips me out. I don't know why. She's very social. She kind of like me. I think she has personality like me. Um, yeah. So I don't even know. I got distracted. I don't know if I was talking about toothpaste and now my article done closed. But Bella is cute and she's sweet and she's very smart. She's kind. She is smart and she is important. So the 34 bishops. So it's sort of like I did read the article because I was curious, or I looked at the article because I was curious to see were they resigning like just on like political GP, like, you know, we let some stuff go down on our watch that's not cool, so you know we gonna resign. And they talked kind of about the hey Mother Nature, welcome. Thank you for saying hi. Appreciate it. And appreciate you being here. So you know, part of what they were saying is that, like, you know, one person protected their friend from, or their mentor from, you know, like somebody said he abused me, and so they protected, you know, they shielded him from the consequences of his behavior. Something about the Pope. Go to your channel to see pictures. I'll have to look when I look at the comments again. And then but I feel like I don't understand why it's so much child abuse, you know, associated with a lot of child abuse in the world in general, like child sexual abuse, because children are very vulnerable. And you know, I think that, you know, I don't think everybody is a predator, but I think that some people are predators, you know, are predatory, and like not like predatory in terms of if they have the opportunity, they'll take advantage of it. Now, some people, even if they have the opportunity, they like, if I could steal something, oh, here's some money sitting here, I'm just going to steal it because nobody's going to know. Some people are going to do that. And some people are going to be like, I'm not stealing anybody's money. But, you know, yeah, some people are, you know, some people are like, oh, it's a little kid, you know, that I could take advantage of. If nobody's going to find out, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, have sex with them or whatever. So I don't know. I just think the whole Catholic Church thing is a mess, because they've always been that way in their churches. Yeah, I think the whole, yeah, organized, you know, organized religion has a lot of challenges. Organizations have a lot of challenges, and you know, yeah, yeah. Title investigation, possible data breach amid streaming stats allegation. So we've been talking about it. Like, what is it? What's up with this European company and their power differentials tend to bring out the worst in people. In some people, I agree. And it seems like that's the nature of hierarchies, to, you know, create, emphasize, pump up, you know, power differentials. Hey, True Royal family. Now she getting on my lap. Your avatar is black today. We thought about you yesterday and your mama. And is your mama, was your Title is saying that they think that they might have had a data breach. Which, I don't know. I really don't know what's up with these people being just so concerned about what Title is doing. Like, I feel like of all the corrupt companies in the world, you're welcome. Thank you for all you do. Of all the, and why you attach yourself to Title? Why you focusing on Title? What's up with Title? Why you fixating on, leave the black people alone. It's plenty of your people to go after. Go after them, you know. Santa Fe High School, up to 10 dead in shooting. At first I heard 8, I think, and now I've heard 10, so I don't know what's going on. Hawaii's Kilauea volcano erupts. I was kind of surprised because we've been talking about this volcano for a couple weeks now, so I thought it had already erupted. Weren't we talking about the fact that it was like throwing rocks up out of it? That's not an eruption. I guess now it's lava. So I haven't really read any articles, but peace, to those people in in Hawaii who are dealing with it. The Rosewood massacre. I don't know much about the Rosewood massacre. I did skim this little article. Sometimes the way Black did. Oh, I meant to get my my list of rebellions. It's just, I think it's just like in Louisiana in like a 40-year period or something, but it's probably enough to get the conversation going. A mob of armed white men went to Rosewood and surrounded the house of Sarah Carrier, which was filled with approximately 15 to 25 people seeking refuge, many of whom were children hiding upstairs under mattresses. Some of the children were in the house because they were visiting their grandmother for Christmas. They were protected by Sylvester Carrier and possibly 2 other men, but Sylvester may have been the only one armed. He had a reputation of being proud and independent. In Rosewood, he was a music teacher. Oh, he was a music teacher, a hunter, and a crack shot. I guess they're not mutually exclusive, but that's an interesting combination. Who was simply called Man. Y'all know anybody named Man? I know somebody named Man. I can't think of who it. Oh, I got a little cousin they call Man. They call him Man. He's not little anymore. He's younger than me, but he's bigger than me. He probably like 15, 16 now, but he ain't no, he's big boy or big young man. Many whites considered him arrogant and disrespectful. This is Man in Rosewood. He was reported in the New York Times saying that the attack on Fannie Taylor was an example of what Negroes could do without interference. Whether he said this in a debate, whether he said this is debated, but a group of 20 to 30 men inflamed by the statement went to the Carrier house. So because somebody said something, then you're going to go to the 20 or 30, like one person says something, then 20 or 30 of y'all go to somebody's house. Or one person maybe said something, maybe didn't, but 20 to 30 of y'all go to their house. For what? To talk? They also believe the Black community in Rosewood was hiding escaped prisoner Jesse Hunter. Reports conflict about who shot first. If 20 to 30 people show up at my house, that's a threatening situation. I don't know who shot first because they run in packs, like Bella Dog, like wolves. They not lone wolves, they damn animals, dogs, acting people. Her 9-year-old niece, Minnie Lee Langley, had witnessed Aaron. So what I do about that is I like to hear, like wild hyenas, I like to hear that the people were armed. It keeps, every time we have this conversation, I keep saying the next nonfiction book that I'm going to read is We Will Shoot Back. But I noticed upstairs I have like a book, I can't remember what it's like, a Black History of Detroit. And I also had pulled out like a book on to read, and I put out a couple other books to read, even though right now I'm reading Walter Rodney. I think, no, not Walter Rodney. Lord have mercy. The fiction writer. But anyway, yeah. Um, so yeah, I need to read We Will Shoot Back, because when I heard him speak, I was like, oh, I need to read his book. I had seen his book, but when I heard him speak, I'm like, oh, I need to read his book. Watch racist New York City lawyer in Oakland, Barbecue Becky, show how educated folks can be racist too. I don't even know why news to any of y'all black people. I don't know what's up with the Wi-Fi right now. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Pull up into this driveway and see if it makes it any different, any better. Oh, I was just saying I'm on an incline now. So how is this thing gonna work? Oh Lord. A mess. Oh. Pray. I went to the supermarket the other day and I banged my cart all up against the wall. The security guard, or up against something. The security guard was looking at me like, what in the? I'm like, I know, but I do drive better than that. And I just, I just made a mistake. Gosh. So I don't know if it's any prayers. I don't know if it's any it shouldn't be any surprise to any of us that educated white people are racist. I don't even know why that's a headline. Black man racially profiled trying to return items to Hobby Lobby, even though he had a receipt. So they wouldn't let him take back the most expensive thing that he had gotten. I don't know what the thing was, but he said it was defective and he had a receipt. And the customer is right? So they like, we just gonna take your money, we gonna jack you, Negro, and you take this defective thing and shut the hell up and get out of the store. Now, I don't deal with Hobby Lobby because I read a while ago or heard or whatever. I don't like to deal with any of these big corporations. That sounds about white. That sounds about white. I don't like to really deal with any of these corporations, or I try to minimize my dealings with them. But I think I had heard somewhere that Hobby Lobby was like a supporter of like the gun lobby, or very Christian, or it was something I read where I was like, oh, I don't need to even be, that cut down on the money I'm spending going in there looking for cute stuff. I don't need no cute stuff, forget Hobby Lobby. But so yeah, police shoot gunman at Trump-owned resort in Florida. So they say he was mumbling something about Trump. It's curious to me the choice of the word mumbling, and I wonder if he was like, no, it was Trump, or if he was like articulating like, I feel like Trump is some bull, and I'm here because this place says Trump, and I'm protesting, I rebel. Just saw a picture of the school shooter, white, straight up Central Casting. All of the look at Bella. Come on. Hey, the radical sister, peace. Welcome. Yeah. So I don't know. Police shoot a gunman. Wow, drop that news. Police shoot a gunman at Trump-owned resort in Florida. So they shot him. I don't know who he was or what the story was. I feel like now does anybody else believe that maybe Trump is a computer or a clone or something? Can you shoot or kill a computer or a clone? I guess if you shoot a computer, they could just repair it. But I feel like if you got a beef with there's the article. Is that the link? If you got a beef with him, why are you going to the Trump resort in Florida when he ain't there? I feel like let's have a plan. I don't know who he is. I don't know what the story is, but yes to his pictures. I just feel like if yeah. I guess I feel like I'm small, but if somebody come at me physically, literally, and I feel like it needs to extend in other contexts, then I need to, I'm gonna bite you, I'm gonna scratch you, I'm gonna try to break your finger, I'm gonna try to kick you in your nuts, I'm gonna try to gouge your skin. I don't want you to just come and beat me, kill me, and you don't have no evidence that you had an encounter with me. I don't want to just go down like, hey, if I can kill you, if you trying to kill me and I can kill you and some other people, then I think that's good. Don't go for the nuts, men. Expect that. I'm going for anything, any and everything. I'm saying if somebody is attacking me. Now, the only time I've been attacked, I ended up going for the fingers. But, I need to get some more training in case, I don't know. I'm kind of mixed about it. Go for the go. Yeah. I mean, how do you prepare? Do you come with your cups on? Is that how you prepare for somebody going for your nuts? Because if you can't prepare. You take a deep breath in, and then that way it don't hurt as bad. If they exposed, they exposed. But the kneecap, the ankle, the right here underneath the arm, the eyeballs, the nose, fight back hard. The pressure points throughout the body. Yeah, I just squeezed myself. I hurt myself. All of that. Prepare to get ass out alive. Prepare to get your ass out alive. But, I feel like that's like a literal attack, but I feel like we can look at, there is an argument to be made for the fact that we are under attack, and so I feel like for every one of us who goes down or who makes their transition, you started a fab for every, but I'm just saying, it seemed like it's yeah. Okay. Viral footage appears to show a manager kicking a transgender woman out of Denny's after a congressional candidate filmed her using the women's restroom. Stop reading my stuff. Was it who was it? Was it Sonya Cease the other day who did the same mess, or was it you? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. It probably was you, because now we've got a Pavlov's dog thing going. It's like, how to distract me. Israel's Gaza response wholly disproportionate, UN rights chief. So like 100 people were killed, massacred. That's some mess. If it was some mess, it was Sonya Cease. She's not the only messy one. I'm just saying. I was listening to Armstrong Williams, who, when I first graduated from college, I worked with some folks who knew him. So I had met him before I knew him as a public person. And when I met him in person, I didn't get a very good impression of him when I met him in person. So when I started hearing about his public persona, it fit right into the vibration that I got when I met him in person. But anyway, on his show yesterday on Sirius XM, I think it was yesterday, but it was like a all out, like all of the people who were calling, they were like calling to be like, it's some bull. These people are fighting for their land. They're fighting for your life. You say, she wasn't even there. That little jab I did was totally wasted. Well, maybe she'll see it on the replay. Maybe it's not wasted. Nothing in the universe is ever wasted. Your harassment has not gone in vain. But I guess his position is that, oh my God, what is she doing? his position is that he seems regressive to me. And people were calling in, they were like, as important as your family land was to you, and you say your development, how can you say this about these people fighting for land, wanting the land? You say that this was a staged event. Well, what about when any protest march that Black people do or have done has been a staged event? When people went over, was it the Pettus Bridge? When people went over the bridge, if they had been shot, would that have been a staged event? That's a staged event. A protest is a staged event. Like the callers were calling in and getting in his behind, and he's like, when you answer the question, you know the answer. He just seems so like foolish. But anyway, somebody was saying that it's clearly a massacre because we've been talking about this, the fact that 100 people died, 95 people died on, we got a bunch of wisdom right now. Oh my God, yet in the Rad sister, we too strong. Yes. We are, and we have to anyway. So dang, I got distracted. So he was saying, 95 people are dead on this side and no people are dead on the other side. And then I woke up this morning thinking about it, because the Jewish person or whoever Armstrong had on the show was like, well, let's follow your argument to its logical conclusion. If we were to be like, well, we're not going to shoot them because there are children and women here, then Sean Hannity. Oh, he seemed like he seems, I don't know if he's a fool, but he seemed foolish. His vibe, I was not inspired at all. He was kind of depressing. Yeah, he was kind of depressing to me. Fake to the core. But so 95 people died on this side, and the guy was like, well, follow it to your logical conclusion. If you're to say, well, we're not going to shoot because they have children and women in there, and these are trained. I mean, it was just like the whole, like the Jewish person was like, these are trained snipers and they know who the Hamas are and they're shooting specific people. But I don't think that's what was going on, and that's what the callers were saying. And like the whole thing just sounded really foolish. And like, if you follow it to your logical conclusion and don't shoot at the people because there might be women and children that get shot, then what's going to happen? They're going to bust through the gates or whatever. And it's like, I feel like there are a lot of things that you can do other than killing people if you want to stop them, if you sincerely and genuinely want to stop them. But then it's also like, why you incorrect, you're improper. He's not a friend to our people. Right, as black as he is, black on black. She brown, she don't know nothing about that. He's a mess. I mean, I don't know. I hate listening, but it was interesting because the audience, the people who called in, were in his behind. I was like, okay. I assumed that the people who were calling in were going to be like, yes, Armstrong, or whoever his guest was. But and then his show was called The Right Side. I'm like, the right side of what? Wrongness? He just seemed like. So the UN rights chief, whoever that is saying that it's wholly disproportionate, which I feel like is an understatement. Wholly disproportionate. It's a goddamn massacre. That's what it is. Wholly disproportionate. What does that even mean? That's like a non-statement. That's like saying, oh, we were planters instead of, we were enslavers who raped people, who kept people on work camps involuntarily under chains, under lock and key with guns and torture. Like, I feel like saying you were a planter. That sounds like I'm a planter. I'm out here planting seeds and like trying to grow some tomatoes. What you were doing is a whole nother level. Like, that's like a euphemism to the max, like wholly disproportionate. The U.S. birth rate has hit an all-time low, fueling fears of a demographic time bomb. But women over, it means he's trying to coddle his oppressor. We talked about this yesterday, but what was interesting about this is that women over 40 are the big exception. What's up with that? Women over 40? Okay. So I guess their birth rates are at an all-time high instead of an all-time low. Is it because so many women are waiting later to have children, so there are more people having children because of science and technology at an older age? If it's white people, it's a massacre. If it's anyone else, it's wholly disproportionate. Right. Exactly. And it wouldn't even have to be 95. Autocorrect is a trip. I know. Apple sends Ireland 1.76 billion in first payment for back taxes. So Apple got some deal with the Irish somebody to go over there, and they were supposed to have this good tax break, and the people said no. So Apple got to pay that money back. So they just started sending some money. Now, throughout the country, like for example in Detroit, when you look at a lot of these corporations here and the tax breaks they have, like these stadiums, like downtown, like right outside of downtown Detroit, y'all, we have 3 sports stadiums and 4 major sports teams. And these stadiums, I watched Little Caesars Arena go up last summer. At the beginning of the summer, it wasn't anything. By the end of the summer, it was up, and they were having events there. And the tax breaks at these big companies, all of the like the welfare and the benefits that they get as big, huge corporations is amazing from a city that's supposed to be bankrupt. Hey, brother Danubian. Is that like the Nubian? Danubian? So yeah, all these tax breaks for these daggone companies. Santa Fe High School, 8 fatalities. We talked about the fact that it's already 10. So again, rest in peace to the people who have made their transition. They say we're begging, right? They say we're begging, right? And we have to stop listening to what they're saying and pay attention, stop paying attention to what they're saying, and stop even engaging in the conversation. Oh, D for my first initial. Oh. I don't know if I finished saying what I was trying to say, but back to, the people who have made their transition in Santa Fe at the shooting this morning, and anybody who's, been, made their transition today, literally in real time, or in, in the past, you see what she doing? And she has her little feet on my stomach. Oh, she just took it off my stomach. No, there are a lot of tech companies in Detroit. There's like downtown. I was thinking the other day when I said that I went to the suburbs, and I'm like, dang, it's like a whole bunch going on in the suburbs. That's how I felt when I started going downtown. She's photobombing you. I think she's trying to regulate. She had, her job is regulation. Yeah. Continuing to make demands. Yeah. And sometimes I think you can respond to stuff, but not internalize stuff. Okay, so I'm all over the place. So first, just, prayers and respect and love to everybody who is making their transition, has made their transition, today or anytime in the future. You know what I was trying to look for? I was trying to look for things that happen in history today. Because once upon a time I used to have this calendar, and it was sort of like radical things that happened in history. Because I want to like talk about like, every day, progressive things, like, the ways in which we fight back, the ways in which we're, the ways in which we, to support us and encourage us and remind us that we are, and we always will fight back. We're not out here accepting stuff, and we've always built, and we'll continue to build. That's what we do. That's our nature. We're creators. That's what we do. So it's not just about fighting against anything, but we are always building for our people. So I was trying to look at, I used to have this calendar. Another school shooting in Texas, other than the one that we're talking about, like there's been another one. Hey, Lakiva Anderson, welcome on the chat. Another one? That's my conclusion. The get out wears us down, but the get in builds us up. The get out wears us down, but the get in builds us up. Maybe not. I don't think I heard you talk about it. Yeah, we talked a little bit. So far, we heard that there were 10 people who had made their transition this year, today, at that school. But there are people all over the world who are making their transition today and in the past. So just, Love and peace to all of the people who have made their transition today. And, you know, welcome and celebration to all of our ancestors who transitioned today. And somebody pulled up a pic. Oh, Brother Yapo said that he is like a young white person, boy, being that looks straight from Central Casting. We have to focus on love. I missed that whole thing. I don't know why I hit this. It must have been a mistake. A White House aide taped meetings with Trump so he could replay it to impress his friends. The foolishness and the immaturity and the silliness. Police see 72 designer handbags stuffed with foreign cash from Malaysia's former prime minister as Dimitrios. He's Greek. That's a Greek name, isn't it? He had to be white. Otherwise, he would have never been taken alive. Yes, Yapo. So police see 72 designer handbags stuffed with foreign cash from Malaysia's prime minister as a part of an investigation into a global financial scandal. You know how when people buy expensive bags and they be like, well, my bag costs $300, so I got to have at least $300 in it. Well, the bag costs $4,000, so I got to have at least $4,000 in it. I guess be right back. Okay. Wow, a foreign demon. So I guess they stuffed these designer bags full of money. So I guess they was, but anyway, I think it was like a way of exporting money. Or I mean, you know, of like, you know, I'm trying to like get money out of the country. So, you know, a lot of times bags will be stuffed with paper or whatever. Paper, I guess. I don't know. Now I'm starting to get really, really hungry and irritable. I'm getting hangry. The innocent kids growing up behind bars, all that imagery. I don't know if it's going to show up on this article. But I think they're talking about children who are, you know, caught up in the whole like immigration type situation. Like you're an illegal immigrant. Have some okra. I probably am going to go to Louisiana. Look at the baby. Look at this image. Dang, 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 it messed up. But anyway, the baby girl was smiling and she was behind what looked to be like chicken wire as well as bars. And she was like holding onto the bars and smiling like, hey, what's up? You taking a picture of me? And so it kind of made me think about the ways in which, you know, we like all happy and carefree, even when we behind bars and we locked up. I did not know there were children growing behind prison bars. The Lusuka Central Prison in Zambia. Oh. Some had been born there and never seen life outside of the prison grounds. Okra and avocados. I'll probably end up liking okra. A lot of times the stuff I resist, I actually like. I might love okra. Okra unfried, no thanks. Okra and avocados, delicious. You eat them together. Australian track missing games athletes. Oh, these are the you've never had okra? I'm a limited eater. If it don't look right or smell right, I have a hard time. And I'm a vegetarian. For them, from it was probably like a couple, right? I know. I'm like a picky eater. My mom loved okra with all that slime. So did I sometimes eat them together in a soup or a stew. Something nastier than okra. Let me think. I saw that cute little girl go by. Nope, nothing. Oh, she not. I don't know if she's a little girl or not. Her backpack would indicate that she's a little girl. All right. Chitterlings. Chitlins. I like to say chitlins. Is there a proper pronunciation? Chitlins. We the only ones who eat. Oh, I don't know. Chitterlings. I've never had chitlins before. Now that just, it smells terrible. I don't even know how you get beyond the smell to eat it. It just sounds like, I don't know. Detroit to name street after Michael Jackson. So this is like national news. I wonder why. We have all kinds of street. We have a street named after Chokwe Lumumba. That's good. They're poison. I've had them better than okra. Ugh. Disgusting. It's disgusting. Be right back. Okay, so that's it for the news. So the last African country that we talked about was not Cuenta. It was after Cuenta. Cuenta, which is not a country. Chad. Oh, we talked about Chad the last time. So the next thing on this list is Alkebulan's Comoros, which I've never heard of. Comoros. I gotta shut down my my Facebook today. I can't talk to you right now. I'm sorry. I'll call you back later. Okay, so let's see what Comoros is. My mom used to love okra. That's why I keep talking about it. Yeah, I was going to tell somebody who said they loved okra earlier. I was going to say that. Okay. The Union of Comoros. Has anybody heard of Comoros? So this is the flag of Comoros. It's oh Lord. It's green, yellow, white, red, and blue. My mom used to make chitlin croquettes, and they were the bomb. I never even heard of chitlin croquettes. That's why I love Black people. Black people are creative. Okay, so that's the flag. Now, I think that it's a lot of colors. And it's got a moon, a crescent moon with 1, 2, maybe 4 stars. Daggone ad, I can't really see it. The capital of the country is called Moroni, and currency is the Comorian franc. So I guess his language is spoken in Comoros, Arabic, French. Ooh. My mama could burn, baby. Could have had a restaurant. Oh, okra is one of those foods that loves you back. Oh, nope to anything pork. I like tabbouleh. Tabbouleh loves me back. I like apples. They love me back. I love blueberries and pineapple. Tomatoes. They love me back. People are always trying to get on me. They be like, you need to eat this because it's good for you. But my theory is this. If I eat something like this, it's good for me. Then it's like it's not a pleasant experience. And I feel like part of what's good for you is having, it's like the whole experience. Like, oh, it looks good. It smells good. It tastes good. It's good for me. Then it's like it's a good overall experience. If I'm eating it like this, then it's like I haven't willingly eaten pork since 1994. I'd stopped eating pork in 89. That's when I made my transition. And then, one time I got this dinner and it had, I ate some pork accidentally. Try to make sure it's organic. That's the best way to ensure that it's grown. I don't know what you're saying. I'm kind of distrustful. A lot of times when I see these organic labels, like especially when I started seeing them at Walmart, I feel like they're just taking regular whatever pesticide infused foods and saying it's organic and charging me more money. But I do pay attention to the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15, and I've been trying to be like more conscious of that. I only gave up pork a little over a year ago. Do you miss pork? Does anybody miss pork? Now, what I did miss is beef. A medium rare steak with A1 sauce and a baked potato, and I would put A1 sauce on a baked potato. I still, I feel like I could still probably eat that in my head. Now, whether I could still eat it in real life is not a good source. It's way better than... I'm just saying it says organic, but how do I believe them? Oh, I do. Yeah, that's like a lot of vegetarians are like, I just stopped eating meat. When I smell meat, I don't like the smell of meat. I don't eat meat. I don't like meat, but I haven't had that experience. We need to focus on anti-cancer foods and foods rich in antioxidants. I miss seafood too. I just don't eat it because it's sort of like when I think about like if I eat it, now it's been so many years probably if I ate it, like when I finally ate white rice again, I was like, this don't even taste good. It whatever I had in my head, it don't even taste good. But yeah, I think about like I only eat chicken and turkey, but like I think like, okay, if I eat this food, this chicken, you know, if I eat this chicken, what is it going to do to my body? Like, I just try to, and it just never seemed to be, worth it for me to get over the hurdle. It's like the good taste or potentially good taste, which ain't even that good, is not worth the bad consequences. Yeah. So that pork wasn't really, I mean, like when I got into turkey bacon, once I got into turkey bacon, it was hard for me to give that up because I would like just sit and eat packs of turkey bacon. I don't know if it was the nitrates, it's something in the flavor, but I wasn't like that with pork bacon, but I was like that with turkey bacon. That was a little hard to give up. Past the pig wings. Yeah. Um, my mother was straight North Carolina and she could throw down with the pork. It hurt her feelings that I would never eat it. People would pay her to cook pork for them. If you're going to eat chicken, at least steer clear of something. Yeah, I think there's always, or I shouldn't say, yeah, there's always a way to elevate what you're doing. So whatever you're doing, just try to like take it to a healthier level, a healthy level, a healthier level. Elevate your eating. Chinese food, mystery meat. I still eat chicken and turkey though. Um, yeah. Okay. Development of the Comoros. Oh, Comoros is periodized into phases, beginning with the Swahili influence. People take your food choices so personally. I miss that whole thing. The Swahili influence and settlement in the Dimbini phase, 9th to 10th centuries, during which each island maintained a single central village from the 11th to the 15th centuries. So is it a group of islands? Oh, it is a group of islands. It's a group of islands. Um, okay. It's a group of islands off of the southeast coast of Africa. I'm gonna have to read the comments later. Um, the Union of Comoros or its predecessor since independence has never administered the island of Mayotte, which French considers an overseas community and still administers, since Mayotte was the only island in the archipelago independence from France. So I guess they were all owned or whatever by French, and this island is like, we want to stay with the French. Yay. National football team, we're not going to talk about that. Maybe the capital is Carthala, which rises to 2,361 meters on Nja Zja. I don't know what that, one of the largest craters or calderas of any active volcano. The most recent major eruptions occurred in 65 and 77. Aren't we healing? Aren't we healing? The Arab League in 1993, a coup attempt in 95 was suppressed by French troops. The French, the French, the French. The fourth island, Mayotte, is claimed by Comoros but remains a territory of France. Oh, in Comoros, evangelization, I guess, like trying to be like, join my church, is illegal. Violators of this law can be fined or imprisoned. Few establishments accept credit cards in the Comoros, and most prefer Coroman francs or euros to dollars. Oh, they don't prefer dollars. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever been any place where I was told dollars aren't preferred. That's interesting. Frequent strikes and civil unrest resulting in violent clashes between police and demonstrators. The most recent unrest involved the de facto separation of Anjouan from the Union government. The former leader of Anjouan has endured 20 coup attempts or attempted coup attempts since gaining independence from France in 1975. Oh, wow, y'all still here. The dollar is getting weaker worldwide. So when we look at in the African continent, it seems like a lot of countries were getting their independence in the 60s, right? So this group of islands, or this country, didn't get their independence until 1975. And then some of the people still want to stay with the French. We don't want to be free. We want to be with the French. We don't want to be free. We want to be French. France. Don't give us freedom. Keep us with them. What we gonna do free? Well, what we gonna do? How we gonna figure it out? One of the world's poorest countries is made up of 3 islands that have inadequate transportation links, a young and rapidly increasing population, and few natural resources. Climate, tropical marine, rainy and hot season. Situated in the tropical waters of the Indian Ocean between the eastern coast of Africa and Madagascar. I have heard of Madagascar. It includes 3 volcanic islands and numerous coral reefs and uninhabited islets. Woo! I want to watch that because I have a hate affair with France because of Haiti. You know, that's my favorite country. Haiti, and like just and I just still can't figure out. It's like, it's something when you can get people to just pay you and, you know, educate your children in this way and keep your money in my account. And I mean, how they do that? How you call yourself independent and then you letting somebody else run you? I don't know how they do that. 27. That's how old I am. How'd you guess? Okay. The future is uncertain. The islands depend heavily on imports for basic necessities, often paid for by foreign aid. Why? The healthcare system is inadequate. Why? Illiteracy is widespread and its international debt is growing. Dang. Comoros. I never even heard of that place before. I've heard of Madagascar. Oh, thank you, Max Evans. I guess this is just Compliment Angela Day. Thank you. You all are so kind. Has an economy based on subsistence agriculture. It's a republic with 1 legislative house, the head of state, and the government is the president, assisted by vice presidents beginning in the 16th. It's poor, witnessing an ongoing exodus of educated and skilled workers to France and a steady decline in gross domestic product. The capital, Moroni, located on the island of Now those are big old Saint Bernards. I'm trying to roll up the window so Bella don't jump out and attack the dogs. She don't realize how small she is, and she's very aggressive toward dogs. I'm talking about you. Frequented by travelers from Africa, Madagascar, Indonesia, and Arabia before the first Europeans encountered the islands. The Arabic influence has been the strongest. Population of around 800,000. We were talking about another country the other day that had a population of 800,000, because we were talking about the genocide where they had a mass grave that had 800,000 people in it. I don't remember what other, so it's around the same size as some other country that we talked about. An average projected increase of 2.5% between 2000 densely inhabited. It's more densely inhabited than many other sub-Saharan countries, putting severe strain. Bella, they standing on the street? Okay. The international time zone for Cormos is Greenwich +3. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's sweet, Bella. Okay. It's notable for its diverse culture and history. Well, I wonder what the diverse history is and culture. Right? What is it? The world's leading producer of the essence of Yanglang. Yanglang, y'all know, Ylang, Yang, used in manufacturing perfume. It's also the world's second largest producer of vanilla. Principal food crops are coconuts, bananas, and cassava. So why do people hungry? You can survive on coconuts, bananas, and cassava, can't you? More or less. I love that aroma. Reunion Island. Yeah. So when I was watching the young kids the young people on the video, Black. Who was it? Our ASAP Ferg, because I was like, is that Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas? But no, it's some ASAP Ferg. It seemed like I wish like they were talking about my car, whatever car I guess they had was black on black, and their consciousness was black on black. And that's all I got for Comoros. I might have to do some more research on them. But they were just talking about I wish that they were like, I want to see people pumping up like black owned things and like black stuff and like culturally black things, like the younger people pumping it up, like I like sort of the direction they were heading in. I like the idea. Even some of the lyrics I felt like had reflected a certain consciousness or desire to be conscious. Just Africa. Let me see if I can see the lyrics. My car is jet black. Blackity black. No, they say black on black. Forget France. I love Africa. I like to go places. I've been to France. I don't really want to go back there. And I've never been anywhere on the African continent, but I've been to Samantha is white. See, you got a interracial love affair with your car. You have to get her painted black. She's black on the inside. She's like a reverse Oreo. Black. So they said, my thoughts so black. I like that. My thoughts so black. My skin so black. I'm rocking that black on black. It's black. Black rims on these black wheels. In this black whip with this black BITCH. Oh, danger. And then the young women, they didn't quite like, I didn't see when they had the images of the black people, they were like black, black, black. It seemed like they had a hard time finding any dark-skinned black people, you know, to my eyes, you know. Samantha is a swirler. I'm so black on black on black on black on black. See, I can't dance to that now that I done seen that's why I say let me look at the lyrics. Okay, so I'm going to turn the volume down and just because some of the words we're not going to dance to it. I wish I was dark. I don't know. I'm really, I have a real because I feel like like who we are is exactly who we're supposed to be, and I feel like it's all right and it's all in divine order. Oh wait. Dang, something about the funeral and out to the coop in this. Oh no, we talked about that already. Now it's buffering. I heard somebody say I'm 85 or 95% by my DNA African, and I wish I was 100% African. I'm finished. I'm finished with the broadcast. I'm just going to talk about this song. I'm not going to do my cards today because I got ran out of the house. But I did want to shout out hey, black out the coop, hop out the roof when I run into you. Thoughts black as the dark side of the moon. Now I like that the you know, the dark side of the moon. Won't be no truce. Won't be no truce. Okay, so that's we I'm here with that. Won't be no truce. Won't be no truce. At your funeral in an all black suit, couple of white girls rocking all black too. I don't know what that means. Million Man March in the all black boots. Call out the troops. Call up the troops. But when's the last time? Okay, punch you in the mouth, then knock out your tooth. I can tell when they not telling the truth. Punch you in the mouth. I can tell when they not telling the truth. Talking that skit. Negro, N-I-G, nigga, what you gonna do? 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 Black, 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 blackity, black, black, black. Back and I'm black and I'm acting brand new. Niggas in the back like, oh word, diamonds at black like F what you heard, F what you heard, F what you heard. It's got a nice beat. Spilling some Hennessy. Black on the curb. This for the memory of the deceased. Oh, so they were pouring libations. You wear sunscreen in the summer? I don't believe in sunscreen. I think that sunscreen is a hustle like the flu shot. Now, I did meet one person who was real, real dark, and she told me she had a melanoma. She had skin cancer. Why you wear them chemicals? And then you baking in the chemicals. Black people don't need sunscreen. I did meet this one dark person who told, but I just take my chances. Now, they say that shea butter has a natural sunscreening thing in it. But, you know, and I know that the sun has shifted and changed. It's horrendously toxic. Right. I know that the sun has shifted and changed, or the ozone layer or whatever. And so, you know, I can't get dark in the black sun. I turn red. We don't need sunscreen. Yeah. I know that things have changed with the ozone. I remember when I was a kid and they were like, aerosol is causing the ozone layer to deplete. Don't use aerosol cans. Did anybody hear about that? Carrot oil has a natural sunscreening element as well. I put olive oil all over my body about a week ago and it felt amazing. Oh, that was the first oil I started using. I used to love olive oil because I would cook with it, and that was just like that's all I would buy. But I do I do whatever I get my hands on, coconut oil, whatever. Oh no, shoot. Okay, his skin is black. Black. I don't like the black biatch part. They looping back around to stuff they already said. But toward the end, they say something you're not supposed to cook with it, with olive oil. Yeah, sometimes I like for a minute I was doing canola, then I stopped doing canola. I do coconut oil sometimes, but then I stopped doing coconut oil, and I do buy extra virgin, and you're really not supposed to cook with extra virgin. I have some ghee that I got the other day, and I'm like, I've never even worked with ghee before, so it's just been sitting up there. And I've never made ghee. Now here it's cheap and easy to make ghee, but I've never made ghee. But I have some ghee upstairs. When I was in India, I ate a lot of ghee, grapeseed or avocado oil. Yeah, I do cook with olive oil. Don't tell anybody though. But whatever, sometimes I cook with coconut oil. And coconut oil is supposed to be able to tolerate high heats. Right. But I'm curious as to who these people are. Is this like just some trend? Like, well, we'll just be black, black, black. That'll be our thing. Or are they trying to be conscious and somebody need to like, kind of spend some time with them? Um, just not the one with the sweet taste. Oh, I've never even noticed coconut oil having a sweet taste. It has a nice flavor. I like the flavor. I don't notice it as much when I cook, but like on a salad, I like to put coconut oil on a salad, and I really like that. Wonderful to cook with, and it adds a nice flavor too. Yeah, I've never purchased avocado oil. Jamaican, I love using it in Jamaican inspired dishes. Sugar pie, honey bunch. I couldn't even read what you were saying. All I saw was that. I was trying. Yeah. So I wanted to be a fan of the song. Music is all jacked up now. Virgin organic coconut oil has a sweet taste and aroma. I like to put it in my smoothies, coconut oil. Oh, but you know what I really, really like that I haven't used in years? Coconut butter. I have a dark husband. I love, especially in a smoothie, I love some coconut butter. But especially like in the summertime, it's a little easier to work with coconut butter. But I love coconut butter in my fruit smoothies. Yes, because coconut oil, that coconut butter. But I got some frozen coconut from Trader Joe's. It's just like hunks of frozen coconut, and I really like it. I made some seed and nut milk the other day, and I threw some of that in. And the flavor, it was just I could really taste, I could really appreciate the flavor in that context. So yeah, I wanted to be a fan of the music. It's probably some underground rappers I could like. Get your headphones. What I say. Coconut water. I don't really like it. I don't. I've never when I was in Jamaica, the first time I went to Jamaica, people were like, "Oh my gosh, here, you cut this coconut for you, drink this." And I was like, "Oh, mine is something wrong with mine. Mine don't taste good." Hey, my husband, and he like, no, it tastes good. It's nothing wrong with it. So I'm like, I guess my taste buds don't really agree with it. And sometimes I find that coconut, like sometimes people like Jamaicans will use coconut in their it's raw and organic. Yeah. I'm talking about fresh out the coconut. I'm talking about in Jamaica, fresh out the coconut that had just been picked off the tree or whatever, you know. It's harmless, a brand. Yeah, and I didn't like the taste of it. I didn't care for it. And coconut, cooked coconut, sometimes I have a weird reaction to, like, sometime in Jamaican, like rice and peas, I notice my stomach get a little weird. I think it's Thai food. It's somebody else who uses a lot of coconut stuff. Coconut oil is actually easy to make from scratch. You blend the coconut meat into a cream and then let the oil separate. never worked good with coconuts. It's very expensive. Yeah, I've never really worked with coconuts, so I don't know. You know, they seem so unwieldy, like it seems sort of hard to work with. C2O. So what other tips do we have? Okay. You okay about the sunscreen? Did you feel like you got beat up, Max? No, people was just sharing. Dr. Bronner's. Bella, I'm letting the windows back down. The people was taking their dog to the park, their dogs. It's more replenishing. I make my toothpaste with coconut oil. Yeah, sometimes we talked about it earlier. We were talking about homemade toothpaste or not using fluoride. I use baking soda for toothpaste. Me too. That's my go-to. And then I'll cycle in hydrogen peroxide, and sometimes I'll, make a little mix of something and throw it in a bottle until it runs out. Facts, Max. Dang, yeah, y'all try to go get some, I'm so poor. I have to save up to be broke. My toothpaste is Ayurvedic and tastes like licorice. Now in India, some of the people don't do onions and garlic. Like there's all kinds, and I don't know if that's the Ayurveda, but there are all kinds of different eating systems. Peace, family. Are you leaving? No, stay here. Don't go, Bella. Don't go. Yes. Peace, radical sister. Love you. Thank you for joining and bringing the vibration. Fake. A guy mugged me and ended up giving me $5. But bump. All right. Peace and love. Okay. Well. Oh shoot, here come the dogs again. I guess I gotta stay in the car at least until they get in their house. Because she's not on the leash. She just followed me out here. And Yapo be clowning. It's uplifting as always. Thank you for coming. Yeah, that's right, Bella. Who let the dogs out? Woof, woof. Can y'all see them when they go by? Now, his wife is Puerto Rican, and me and my mother call her the Puerto Rican princess. No, I ain't no gangster. I told you I'm a lover. I don't know if I'm a fighter or not. I might be a fighter too. I don't know. But I ain't no gangster. Aren't gangsters like improper? Is gangsterism proper? I'm too proper to be a gangster. Okay, once they get in the house, I'm gonna go. A rider. I don't know. It depends. It depends on where we going and what the vehicle is. If it's some bull, white, medium, or black Rican. If it's some bull, I don't ride for that. If it's some truth, yeah. But who doesn't ride for truth? Right, on some truth stuff. Oh, a rider, literally. I thought you was talking about. Okay, on my signal, make a break for. Oh, wait, they are in the house. A gangster, positive energy. You know what it reminds me of? When we had our I've even seen courtroom boardroom gangsters, they just as ruthless. When we had our you know, our little or I shouldn't say our little, when we had our ceremony for On This Day I Will Marry My Soul, it was like some people came because they were like, it's a whole bunch of women getting married to their souls, you know. So some people came just to, like, you know, make fun, or I don't know. And you know, it was like all different kinds of people there for all different kinds of reasons. Like, what is going on? You know, what are these women doing? What is this Project Goddess stuff? And Goddess Shoot, you know, she's like, you know, she's kind of gangster, and she was kind of like, ow, you know, I don't know how she was saying it, but it was basically like she was like letting the people know that, you know, she gonna beat some people's behinds if they tried to mess with any of us, because we are Goddess sisters. I'm like, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the air on for a minute because I gotta say my proper goodbye. So this is the time to say goodbye. I know, no, they in the house, they good now. This is the time to say goodbye. So share any wonderful, exciting things that are going on in your life, in your family, in your community. Any good news that you know of, and also anything exciting that you're looking forward to. I missed all of that. I read it, but it was like over my head. So, you know, yes, drop that in the comments. Share that. Any businesses, any Black-owned businesses that you want to shout out. If you want to shout out your own Black business, the worst criminals in the world wear three-piece suits. Ain't that the truth? That is the truth. That is the truth. And some of them live in the White House, and they, you know, part-time. Oh, barbecue at your house. Yes. We all invited to the barbecue for your sister's graduation, her master's degree. Congratulations. You serving pork? No pork. Don't even have them fake veggie dogs and veggie burgers, because they be full of mess and confusion. Don't do that. My new dinette set arrives today. I'm going to LA to see my oldest get his something. Ooh. Oh, that's True Royal. I remember you saying something about your son, but now I can't remember what he was getting. I have to wait till somebody else makes a comment. Look at that picture over there. It looks so pretty. In the house, in the green. Have a safe trip. Get his walking papers. Okay. Is that like graduation from college? Is that what walking papers are? Congratulations to you and your son on his graduation. Yes! Yes! Woo! Graduation. Oshun. Graduate Oshun. Yay. That's exciting. Congratulations to all of the grads. This is graduation season, I guess. Safe travels to and from SoCal. Max, what state are you in? I still have 2 years to go. 2020. That's what you said, 2020. I'm like, oh, that's like 80 years from now. 2020 is just 2 years away. Very exciting. Very exciting. Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Oh, I've been to Boston. I went to a conference in Boston once. I got a swimsuit. I went to the mall and got a little swimsuit there. I usually always travel. Thank you so much, family. Wow, Max, you way up there on the East Coast. Sort of, kind of. Wow. Now he's out doing yard work. See, his dogs are well behaved. My dog is the wild dog, so my dog will be the dog. Oh, I could carry her. Iapo, we was with you all the way. All the way to 2020. When we graduate, what we gonna do for graduation? We gonna plan a trip to the motherland for graduation? The closest I've been there is DC. Boston is low-key racist. What do you do? I might go back to school and get a degree in music. Ooh, I met with a client the other day who was she was like 80 something, and she was finishing up her she's like a musician, but she was finishing um I'm gonna drive your car. She was finishing up a degree in music. Thank you. I know you are. I know you are what? I would plan a barbecue, but I don't want any white woman calling the cops on us. I don't want any white women calling the cops on us. Now, those memes were kind of funny in a way of her, because I had seen one and I didn't realize what it was referring to, of her at the Martin Luther King, at a march, you know, calling the cops. Dang, it's freezing. I'm going to drive your car drunk. Okay, so the conversation has wound down. Today is the best day ever, and you are the greatest. I'm sending Barbecue Becky for your way family. I wonder if she feels foolish seeing all of those memes of her. If she feels embarrassed, if she feels humiliated, if she feels angry. I would feel really dumb if I did something, you know, and it was just like everybody was laughing at me and joking. I would feel really embarrassed. Acting in the ass. I love those Barbecue Becky memes. TGIF, have a good weekend, y'all. Peace. We're not going to see you all weekend. The irony is the same time that they were calling. Right, one of theirs was planning a mass shooting. Right, that's who they need to be looking at and calling in the suspicious behavior of. And it is on purpose that we're all here together. I thought it was a white person running down the street. I was about to get stressed out. It's on purpose that we're all here together. And there's divine work that we are engaged in. So may you become increasingly aware and conscious of your assignment from God and your divine work and the support that you have to do that work and the divine right that you have to do that work. Hopefully you'll start a trend. They need to be clowned. Cyberbullying done right. I mean, but Black Twitter is forever. Y'all be fab. I'll remain a gangster. Run, run, run. Shoot, Black Twitter is good for dragging people, aren't they? They'll drag a person in a minute. Shoot, y'all saw how they were with that the actor. It's ferocious. All right. So, peace. I'm sure I'll see you on these YouTube screens. You never know where you might see me. Great live. Peace, y'all. Run, run, run. Be you. Y'all singing? She deserved it. Oh, I guess I was just imagining me in that situation and how I would feel. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Be you. When I used to do my videos before, I don't know, for those who are old, some of y'all like might remember, like Rowdy Chica might remember, whenever I say be you, be fabulous you. Yeah, she should be. Bella would jump up like, oh, it's time to go. Like she knew that's the end of the video. We about to get out the car. Run. Peace. Bella the dog. DAWG. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous.